Welcome, everybody, to a new era at Believer in Media. This
Yes.
is episode 1 of Orange and Brown Weekly.
Brown and Orange Weekly.
Brown and Orange Weekly. See, I'm gonna mess it up.
It's all right.
Brown and Orange Weekly. I am your co-host, Clarence Wilson, and with me, our new co-host.
Which I'm still ecstatic to hear, man.
We did so well last week. They're like, y'all need to stay together.
Yeah.
So, our main
like
man.
What we heard. I enjoyed it. I loved being on here last week. And yeah, this is what you guys are going to hear from now on.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Samples in the building.
How you guys doing today? How you doing, buddy?
I'm ready to get it, man. We're finally here.
I'm
excited. It's finally football time.
It's time to kick off, man. It's Panthers week.
Yeah, man. No more talking about what might happen. No more talking about court cases. No more talking a bunch of BS. It's time to play football.
Put up, shut up.
That's right.
How to play some ball, man.
That's right.
Jacoby Brissett is the man right now for the next 12. What do you say? 12 weeks because we got the bye week. Whatever you want to call it. Deshaun Watson's out for 11 games. Jacoby Brissett's the man right now. Right now.
We're
gonna see how it goes. Hey man, I've seen enough out of Dobbs where I'm like, I wouldn't be mad if something. Give the guy a shot.
You know what? I wrote in the article, was like, do I want to see him play because Jacoby is awful? No, not particularly. I want to see him play because like he earned the spot in the preseason. He looked like he earned something. I almost feel like they're gonna run some kind of package like they ran with Mariota.
They did confirm that. They said they're gonna get him worked in there. So
yeah,
how? Still yet to be seen, but we're gonna find out. We might find out this weekend.
That's right.
Against Baker freaking Mayfield, man.
Hey, this season couldn't have started off any other way.
I almost feel like this was, I don't know, just the way everything's playing. We're playing week 1, we're playing against the Panthers, against Baker Mayfield. And then Deshaun Watson comes back against the Texans. Like, it's just weird how it all played out, but we're here.
Yep. NFL always trying to keep that drama.
Always. It wouldn't be Cleveland if there wasn't some sort of drama, man.
Yes. So let's get in, man. We know who we're going against, Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
The Panthers. I've heard some things, some opinions talking about, how as far as wide receivers, this might be one of the better wide receiver cores Baker Mayfield has ever worked with. I don't know about that. I would say as far as depth, maybe, but as far as like the top 2 players at the top end, I don't see it.
No, I mean you got DJ Moore as your number 1, which from a fantasy standpoint, I drafted him last year, and he was a huge disappointment in my eyes, just from experience. I don't think he's all that great, but we're yet to see. You got Robbie Anderson, was kind of hit or miss, but they got Hollywood Higgins.
Yes,
we know the chemistry him and Baker have. I even kind of mentioned that to my guys in my fantasy league that he may be like, keep an eye on him. Like later in the season, he may be a decent pickup. But other than that, I think the only threat is McCaffrey. Really, if McCaffrey's 100% healthy, like we're hearing, Duke can ball out. McCaffrey is Duke can score at any minute.
Yes.
Other than that, I'm not really too worried about the wide receivers, in my opinion, especially not against the Warden.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what where I was about to go. Even if that might be, maybe his most depth he's had at wide receiver, I will say that our defensive backfield is just out of control. I think that quite honestly, between Ward and Newsom, Greedy, and then JJ3, and then you got Ronnie back there, you got Delpit. I just feel like our secondary is just sick with it right now.
Yeah, we got D'Anthony Bell.
Yep.
Who's shined in the preseason. I'm glad he made the final 53-man roster. Um, Now I will admit, is Carolina's wide receivers look better than ours on paper? Maybe, maybe.
Yeah. Paper, Browns have looked good on paper the last few years, and it hasn't really gotten us a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah. So, um, I want to ask you, do you think that Baker has an advantage going against us going in this game?
A little bit.
Like,
I
I
think,
obviously he has stuff to say about the Browns, but
yeah, I would think a little bit just as far as the defense goes. Like, I'm sure, he practiced against them all last year, probably knows some of the concepts that Joe Woods is going to probably try and throw at him. Um, but also on the flip side, Joe Woods knows Baker's weaknesses as well. So,
that's
he knows what he likes to do and the places that Baker probably doesn't like to throw the ball from.
and majority of our defense has played with him for a while, like every day in
Mm-hmm.
practice, past
Yep.
several years. They know his tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our defense have more of an advantage this weekend than Baker has going against us, in
I
my
agree.
opinion.
No, I
But
agree. But the
Baker's got
one
a
thing
chip
I'm
on his
worried
shoulder.
about, exactly, well, that stupid ass chip that everybody talks about,
Yeah,
it's real. He seems to play well when he is
he
got his
does.
back against the wall. Yeah, I mean,
And I like that about him. I did.
yeah, me
But
too. I liked it too.
you saw that
But
shirt he put out, didn't you?
yeah, it was ugly as hell. Some stuff that
What
I
did it
feel
say?
like,
Off the leash,
yeah,
night only, looking like a circus show kind of thing.
yeah,
Like,
dude. I feel like we were making that stuff in art class back in the '90s because I'm old.
it does look like an 80s, 90s art, like a county fair flyer or something like
Yep.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like a circus flyer back in the day. But maybe that's what he was shooting for. But yeah, a lot of people on Twitter couldn't even believe that was like real. But the man himself retweeted it. It's officially
Mhm.
licensed. He knew what he was doing.
Exactly.
I mean, I kind did I. A lot of people were upset about it. I wasn't. Did I think it was kind of corny? Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
but I kind of
Absolutely.
expected it, knowing Baker and how he can be. He's been quiet for too long. I figured he would get a shot in somehow, but there it is, a T-shirt.
Well,
What do you think the Browns need to do to get a dub here? Walk out of Carolina with a dub. Now we've only met them in the regular season, the postseason, 6 total times.
mhm.
The Panthers have the advantage of the 4-2 overall record and the matchup. So we did get to the last time we met. We did beat them, and I think that was in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they hold the overall series 4-2. It's kind of weird knowing that we've only played them 6 times.
Yeah.
It's 99. But what are the keys to get that dub down there in Carolina?
To me, it's simple. They run the ball. Run the ball.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
all they got to do. They need to run the ball, and Jacoby's got to keep them a little bit honest. With even if he doesn't have any intention of throwing the ball deep downfield, just send somebody on fly route, just throw one down there, just to back him up a little bit, keep him honest. But I think running the ball is going to be the major thing.
Run it
Obviously, no turnovers. That's big.
run it down their throat. If they can
Yeah.
establish the run early and just beat them to that, I think that'll be huge. Get Chubb going or even Hunt. Get them
Mhm.
both going. Shit.
Yeah.
Get them both
Yep.
going. I will lose my mind if like the first play Chubb breaks out like an 80-yard run. I will lose my mind.
That'll be phenomenal. Phenomenal. I have a question for you, sir.
Okay.
Does this game worry you? Because it worries me a little bit. It worries me a little bit. It only because number one, our history with openers, but I always try and push that to the side. But just all the drama surrounding this game and knowing that I don't know, I've lived through a whole bunch of heartbreak in this city. Watching Baker Mayfield come back and beat the damn Browns after they let him go. Like I wouldn't be shocked at all. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm a little worried that it might.
I was literally talking to my buddy about this over the weekend. He's like, "How you gonna feel if Baker just balls out on us. Like it very well could happen.
Mm-hmm.
It very well could. And would I be surprised? No. Will it sting? Absolutely.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
I've been thinking about this ever since the schedule release. Like, man, it can go either way. I mean, obviously, like, I want the win. I want to rub it in his face, but it's Cleveland. We've been, like you said, we've been through so many heartbreaks. I'm kind of prepare myself going into everything like we could blow this somehow, and just, it can go very badly. And you know what? I really hope that doesn't happen. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say. I don't think it will, but it
Okay.
could.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I'm at. And but the problem with me is that like when I'm thinking that it can, the more I think about it, the more like I just I wish we were playing anybody else week one.
I know.
You know, I would rather us play, uh, New Orleans or so. I don't care, just somebody that didn't have a direct tie to our squad like Baker Mayfield does.
I get that, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad it's the first game just to get it done and over with. Let everybody shut up and just move on from it.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, like I kind of wish it was somebody else. I feel like our defense is going to have to carry us in this game. If the defense is dominant and either rushes Baker, constantly keeps the pressure on him and forces him to make bad decisions, I think that'd be great. I think that'd be a key to it because I'm honestly, to be honest with you, I'm worried about our center.
Mhm.
Um, Still don't know how this line's going to look. I mean, we know the talent's there, but with the injuries that have been going on the center, that's a huge disadvantage to us right now. And the wide receivers, man, I just don't know what is DPJ going to. Like my players to watch on offense, I have a few that I have. It's basically a lot of them are wide receivers besides the center. I got DPJ, and I want to see some David Bell, see what's going to happen with him.
Mhm.
I kind of have high expectations for him, but he needs to be. Um, I also want to see a little bit out of Amari, man. I know people have been doubting him for a little bit. How the past few years, how things went in Dallas. I feel like he has a lot to prove. Sometimes a new look, new team. I mean, that is great for a person's career. And I hope that's the case here with Amari. But I'm worried, and that's why I think our defense needs to step up. And if they can sit there and do what they're supposed to, I think we have a good shot at winning.
That's pretty much where I'm at. I think this is gonna. I kind of think for the first 11 games, till everybody gets comfortable, the defense might have to carry this team. I mean, obviously we got a running game,
Yeah,
um, but kind of like we talked about last week, when teams stacked the box against us last year, it seemed like Stefanski didn't have a game plan for that.
yeah.
I'm sure that the injury to Baker and him playing like absolute garbage didn't help, but there's got to be something that you can do to change it up a little bit to be able to move the ball. Just get your damn 10 yards so you can just at least possess the ball for a little bit and take some time off the clock, if nothing else. So that's I'm thinking that the offense may look a little bit similar to what it was last year, minus a lot of the tight end screens because we don't have 8 tight ends on the roster. We got
No,
3.
we finally picked up another one,
That's right, Jesse James.
which I think is a good pickup. He's a hell of a blocking tight end.
Yes.
So I think that was a solid pickup. But still, like you said, I'm really hoping that Stefanski is let Alex Van Pelt get a little more involved at the play calling.
Yep.
I don't like head coaches that call offensive plays, man. I don't. That's just my personal opinion.
Mhm.
But how do you feel about that?
I mean, if you can do it, cool. But it seemed like the offense in 2020 was completely different than the offense that he ran in 2021.
Yeah,
So to me, it seemed like the play calling regressed, and for example, just some of the decision making. You know, I'm not going to second guess these guys. This is their job. But I am going to question a few things and be like, all right, during Green Bay, why the hell was Nick Chubb on the sidelines when you guys just need to run the ball a little bit?
Exactly.
Like little things like that.
There's a lot of instances where I'm like, why is Chubb on the sideline, or why is Hunt not out here?
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with you in that aspect.
Yeah, I think if the coach is proven to be able to call plays and be successful, and like it's consistent, he's consistently pretty damn successful. Okay, but to me, from what I've seen, I haven't really seen it be consistent for Stefanski, and that's a concern.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets a little creative this season, and if he can find a way to consistently, not really consistently, but keep Chubb and Hunt on the field together, I feel like that's a
Mm-hmm.
dangerous combination for a defense to deal with. If now they need to make that happen more. It they barely use them two as a tandem on the field at the same time, and I don't understand why. That's just too talent. They're two talented people, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I even want to see like our man from 2019, Freddie Kitchens. There was points during that 2018 season where he was throwing out some wishbone attack and stuff like that, like some looks. I mean, at this point, you know what? You don't have your number one quarterback. To me, they like to say that they feel confident in Jacoby. I don't know how confident they are. Mix
Nope.
it up a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good opportunity to establish the run game more.
Mm-hmm.
Utilize what we have. We have the best running back in any team in NFL, in my opinion. Our running back room is stacked.
Stacked. Absolutely.
I see
But
that
we
the
will have to
unofficial
see.
depth chart came out and they have Demetric Felton as a wide receiver.
Yep. Do you know what? I feel like that's why they've not really made any move at the wideout. I, I'm assuming that he is going to be because he is listed as he's listed behind who? I just closed my window.
It was. I just had to.
Just literally closed my window.
It is behind.
Oh, here we go. He is behind BPJ, David Bell.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess we haven't seen him play the whiteout.
No, excited. Like I think we talked about this last week. They didn't know how to use them.
Yeah, yeah.
You can be like Darren Sproles or who I'm thinking. Remember Danny Whitehead?
Yes, yes, yep.
He was dangerous.
Guy run and catch.
Yeah.
I can see them doing that. Yeah, I'm just, but it's scary though because you're looking and it's like, all right, our wide receivers are Amari Cooper, DPJ, Schwartz, Bell, Michael Woods, and Felton. So basically, we got two rookies, a converted running back, a guy DPJ who flashed, Schwartz, all the speed in the world, can't catch, and then we got Coop.
I've been thinking about Schwartz, man, and I know I was kind of dogging him last weekend. I'm changing my stance on him, man. I'm cheering for him. I hope he figures this out.
Oh,
I
that's my
mean,
guy.
I've been hard on it. I've been hard on the man. I've been talking mad shit about him. I'm gonna be honest. I've been talking a lot of shit about him. But I'm gonna be nice. I'm rooting for you, man. I hope you figure it out. I got faith in you. Don't let me down. Don't make me regret this, man. Don't make me regret this. I know he probably, if you ever listen to this, you're like, who are you?
Oh, I can probably I can guarantee him you're not the only one who'll be giving that man shit.
You seen that meme with the with him at the McDonald's?
Yeah. Leave that man alone. Browns
Internet is
Nation, leave
crucial,
that man
man. The
alone.
internet is crucial. People are ruthless on the internet.
uh,
You got anybody on defense you're looking for this week to be a breakout player?
Anybody in the middle of that damn line. the whole DT room combined.
Yeah.
I'm looking for one or two guys to step up, make some plays, stuff in the middle, stuff in the run. Because I mean, CMC, they're probably going to have him all over the place, but still the middle of the line scares me. So anybody in the middle of that line, I'm looking for it to be a breakout player, whether that's Tagiai, whether Perrion gets any reps.
Yeah.
He's been a lot of talk, but nothing, no plays whatsoever. Um,
I
yeah,
want to see
middle of
what
the line.
Chase Winovich can do in here too.
Yeah, there was talk about him possibly not even making the team, but I figured if they went out and got him, he was probably set to at least make the team this year.
I would hope.
Yeah, think. Who you looking at on defense besides
I
Chase?
agree with you the line, but I'm looking for JOK to make a huge impact. And I want to see more. I want Greg Newsom to step back up like where he ended last year. Just keep that going. Same with Grant Delpit. They ended the season. They both ended the season on a fantastic note. Just keep that momentum rolling, that
Yes,
progression. I think if Greg
yes,
Newsom continues to elevate his game, him and Warden together, man, that's a dangerous combo.
yeah, pretty ugly for the other teams.
It already is pretty ugly. People are sleeping on Brown's defense. If they get everything rolling right, week one and start clicking, they're gonna put that league on notice. Mark my words.
I'm with it. I'm absolutely with it. I think, like I said,
I
that's
think
gonna be straight up fun.
I drafted Brown's defense in like 3 out of the 4 fantasy leagues I'm in.
I mean, it's not a bad draft.
Eh,
It's not. I mean, you got two games against Pittsburgh, who I don't expect them to be putting up a whole hell of a lot of points. Um,
I broke a golden rule this weekend. I had 2 drafts. Both drafts I drafted 2 Steelers players. I never
no,
draft Pittsburgh players. Never.
no. I avoid everybody in the division besides I had to
I,
take Joey Burrow and Jamar
I
Chase.
picked
I
up
had
Najee Harris. I also got Chubb. Chubb fell on my lap too. My next pick. And then who else did I get? I think I got George Pickens.
yes.
It was like 10th, 11th round. It was late.
I was gonna say it's way down
Like,
there. Mm.
it hurt. It hurt to hit that draft button.
Mm.
I've been playing fantasy for years, and we're gonna be talking about a lot of fantasy in this on these shows going forward. But
Especially the week we play each other.
yeah,
Yeah.
legal media, fantasy league going. Gonna be some shit talking.
That's
Uh,
right.
it's gonna be a good time. But I've never until this weekend ever drafted a Steelers player ever. I don't care how good that player was if he was sitting there. No,
That's
but
dedication, y'all.
I hate you, Pittsburgh. I hate you.
I got a question now.
Okay,
Who you looking at on offense? Who offensive breakout player? Not named Chubb.
not named Chubb. I think Njoku's gonna have a good game. I really do.
It's time.
That's not really a breakout player, but I'm
I
thinking
mean,
like
kind of.
who's gonna yeah, I guess you can put it that way. Um I think Njoku may lead the team in receiving yards
Okay.
somehow.
Okay.
Um Bold prediction. I think he might score a touchdown.
Boom. Boom. I'm with it.
Give me
I'm
a cheap
absolutely with it.
TD. I want to see a spike.
There you go. I'm all for
Please.
that. Well, I'm gonna say it right now because I said it probably like 3 times last year, and I'm saying it again. My breakout player for this game, Anthony Schwartz. It is time. It is time.
Man,
I'm
I
putting
hope
that
you're
good
right.
juju. I'm putting that good juju in the air, Dean. I'm putting that good juju in the air.
Touchdown?
Touchdown. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be a deep touchdown. He might only catch one ball, but I think his speed is going to be able to get behind that defense one time, and he's going to catch a 30-plus yard touchdown. Finish the
Ooh,
game.
I
Finish the
hope you're
game
right,
with,
bro.
maybe 60, 70 yards on a few receptions.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
But I'm trying to put the positive. I'm trying to put the positivity out there, man. And I
Positive
picked him a
energy,
lot
man.
last year.
The law of attraction. You put
That's
that
right.
positive energy out there, it's gonna come back. That's why I
That's right.
changed my whole mindset. I'm like, I'm rooting for you, bro.
Yep.
Figure it out. I think you can do it. And I hope you're right with this, man. I hope Short his balls out.
Me too, because I
Self
picked his
away.
ass probably like
Shut the
4 different
haters up,
times
man.
last year.
Silence the haters.
That's right. That's right. I picked him probably 3 or 4 times to be my breakout player last year, and it never happened. It seemed like, well, he got hurt part of the year. And then I think it was the Green Bay game where Stefanski finally used him on a couple reverses. And, he was able to get around the corner, get 10, 12 yards, like utilize that speed. So I'm just putting that good juju out there. Anthony Schwartz, touchdown, 60 plus yards, total receiving on a couple receptions. It's out there. It's out there.
Okay. Are they
I'm
still
in.
having them do kickoffs?
Now I think that because when I was at the preseason game, I'm pretty sure it's Felton.
Okay. I'm gonna look at
Pretty,
special teams real quick.
yeah, I'm pulling up right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be Felton.
Yeah, it's Felton.
Okay.
So,
I'm not mad at that either.
nah, I'm good
I'm not
with
mad
it.
at that. I'm not mad at that. All right. Prediction of the score. What you got?
I don't
And
even
we're
want
gonna
to
keep
predict
ta-
that
we're gonna
game.
I'm gonna keep tallies of these each week.
There you go. There you go.
We're gonna put down our predictions. I'm gonna tweet it out on a Brown and Orange Weekly Twitter page.
That's right.
If you're following Den of the Dogs, you already found Brown and Orange Weekly. We just
That's
changed
right.
the rebrand. If you're not, follow us. We got this, but I'm gonna keep track. I'm gonna tweet it out what our predictions was, and we're gonna see. We're
So,
gonna come back and see where if we were right. Same with our predictions. Breakout players. We're gonna
I
keep
don't I don't
tallies and see how we do at the end of the season.
I don't want to pick this game, man, because like this is the one game this season I do not want to pick because I'm old. I've watched a lot of Browns games not go like they're supposed to go. And if there was bad shit out there that happened to the Browns, it happened. This kind of slides in that category of the guy that we shunned, beating us the first game of the year. But again, I'm going with the positivity. Browns win this game 24-17.
24-17.
Yes,
Okay.
24-17.
You're close to me. I was picking 21-17.
Okay.
Browns. I feel like it's gonna be a really close game. But yeah. I think Carolina's gonna get on the board first with a field goal. I think that's my prediction with that, but we're gonna come out on top 21-17.
I'm with it.
I hope we're right, brother. I hope we are right.
If we're not right, this town is going to burn for about a week. They just need to win. They just need to win the game. It might be ugly, but they got to win.
God forbid we do lose this game. Baker balls out. Is
Yeah.
Joe Woods on a hot seat?
I would think not after this game, especially after the last 8 games of last year. But I think if we see anything like we saw those first 7 games of last year, his seat gonna get warm. She's gonna get real warm.
The
And I kind of
beginning
feel
of last
almost the
season,
same.
the defense did not look good at all.
No, it was awful. That
For
first
the
those
talent
first
we had
7
on
games.
paper, no.
Yeah.
Like ass.
Yeah.
Pardon my French.
No.
We played terribly. And
Yes.
a lot of people are calling for him to be fired, man.
Yep. Well, I think if anybody gets, I don't feel like anybody's on the hot seat early, but I feel like if they don't see any improvement from Stefanski, I don't think they'll get rid of him at season's end. I think they would give him most of the year next year, having the entire year with Deshaun back there, and see what he can do. But I think this seat, I think it's not warm, but there's a little match about 40 feet below. 40 feet below. That's where I'm at with him.
Yeah, I agree. Like if things don't go south, I mean, you got to at least give him one more year.
Mhm.
With Deshaun of the full season. But at the same time, he needed to make some changes, whether it's giving up play calling. And I just feel like he doesn't hold anybody accountable.
I agree. I agree. One of the biggest things that after all the off-season stuff that we heard about the dysfunction in the locker room, and all the blame was coming down on Baker. And to me, it's like, where the hell was the head coach? That's where the leading starts.
Right. Like I know you don't like Ohio State.
That's right.
But like last season when things were going bad, Ryan Day held a meeting with his coaches and like, listen, get your shit together. If I have to come off and call defensive plays, I'm gonna do it. But I brought you in here. I shouldn't have to do that. Get it together, you're out of here, basically.
They turned it around.
I feel like if it starts to go that way, you have to do that. And I just don't see Stefanski being that guy. I feel like he's just too quiet and laid back. At least that's his demeanor on the sideline. Like I don't even see him ever get like wild up and pissed off on the sideline. Like
no,
he just always looking up at the scoreboard, like show some emotion. Things go wrong, get pissed, get a player's face. I'm not like saying like yoke the dude up or anything, but light a fire under your players, man. Hold them accountable.
Yeah, I agree.
Like your coaches.
Leadership is something that I like I said, everybody said all kinds of stuff about Baker in the locker room and everything else, but nobody ever seems to want to talk about where the head coach was at. And to me, like that's if it's going on in the locker room and the head coach either A, doesn't know about it, or B, knows about it but isn't doing anything, then that's a problem.
Right.
It's his job to walk in there and squash any BS. And unless he wanted the BS, so he get. I mean, him and Baker had their beef or whatever. So maybe he wanted the BS, so that made it easier for him to get Baker out. Who knows? But
yeah, just like we said last week, like we probably will never find out what actually went down. We may. OBJ said, "When time will tell, we will find out the truth." But who knows if that even comes?
Yes. It's football.
Football's back, baby.
That's right. That's right.
Let's start the season off 1-0. I thought that we would go 6-5 with Brissett or Dobbs, whoever maybe. I have faith in Brissett. He played well when he was in control over in Indianapolis for a short time when he had to. Did he play lights out? Absolutely not. But he played well enough to get the job done from time to time, considering what the Colts had at that time. They didn't have the most talented roster, but I don't know, man.
I'm with
positivity,
you.
Positivity, baby.
Right, positive. We're gonna keep this positive because it's week 1. We got nothing to be mad about.
Nope.
Come see us in 5 weeks, and then
I seen people on Twitter, Cleveland fans, fighting over a T-shirt. They're fighting over that. They were trying to dog DV artwork about the Pittsburgh Starters shirt.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
We just. I love Browns fans. I love Browns Twitter, but sometimes y'all be toxic. Like you just be finding stuff to fight with each other. Like we should not be fighting with each other over a damn T-shirt.
Bruh, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like Browns Twitter is by far the most toxic place on Twitter.
I love you guys, though.
I do too. I love all y'all. We love all y'all.
Sometimes I know it. I'll just get some popcorn, just read up, and just listen. What are we fighting with each other about today?
Yeah, the only time we come together is when somebody dogs the entire city. Then we all like, nah, man.
Yeah, when someone outside of Cleveland comes at Cleveland, we rally up. Like we don't take any disrespect. It's Cleveland versus the world. We got that mentality, but we'll fight with each other over the
But in between us versus the world, we beat each other up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well, brother, episode 1 is in the books.
Episode 1 of Brown and Orange Weekly is in the books. It's a new era. I am honored and proud to be here, man. I had a blast last week, and when I found out that they wanted me to come be the co-host with you, I was ecstatic.
Brother,
I love it.
I texted you last week and I was like, man, that just felt right.
It did. It did feel
Felt
right.
right.
I felt the chemistry and it's good, man. I had a good
Yeah,
time and I feel it again today. And we're just getting started, man.
that's right.
Shout out to
That's
the
right.
people that followed us over the weekend. We shot up in followers. It was insane. We're almost at 1,000. Help us get there. Blessed.
Yes, we're blessed. We're coming. We're coming. Make sure not only don't just follow us, follow everybody at the Believe in Media family. We got
We
something
got
for
all things
everybody.
Cavaliers to talk about
Yep.
Donovan Mitchell coming to Cleveland.
It's hot right now. Cleveland's hot.
Yeah. Colby
But
Allman at the Cavs. Everyone was all like, this Brown season. He's like, hold my beer. Watch.
yes. I feel like it's
Crazy.
the first time since '07 where all three teams are legit.
Yeah.
There could be rings won in the next 3 to 5 years by all three teams.
Yeah. Very well. Even though the Guardians are kind of slipping right now,
Mm-hmm. But they're young.
they'll get it together. There's still plenty of
Yeah,
baseball left. They'll pull it together.
absolutely.
But yeah, we got something for everybody. If you like pro wrestling, I'm over there on the Pile Driver podcast with my boy Mike. We got all things Cavaliers. We got Guardians of the Land. We got if you like high school football, we got that for you too. Believe in Preps. Go follow us. Believe in Media, LLC.com. We got the links to everyone's socials. You can find all the shows on Spotify, Apple, you name it. We're on there. Show
That's
us some
right. That's right. Well, folks, we got our predictions in. We both predicting Browns wins.
Browns dub.
It
He's
is
going
a game.
24-17. I'm going 21-17.
That's right.
Either way, Brownies are walking out of Carolina with a dub and shutting
That's
Baker and
right.
their haters up.
That's right.
And Anthony
I'm
Schwartz is
ready.
going to score a touchdown.
That's right. It's in the air. It's in the atmosphere. We can put it out there.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Yes. Well, in the words of the immortal Freddie Kitchens, Mr. Changing Plays in the middle of a game for stuff they didn't practice, wearing Pittsburgh started t-shirts. My man, if you don't wear brown and orange, you don't matter.
Oh.
Peace, y'all.